Richard, at the moment, is that size-wise, he's stood still over this period. And that means he's got to work physically hard. Now, we're hoping that he will grow, because we're going to take a chance on that. And we're going to offer him a year if he's willing to accept that. So I don't know if that makes him happy or not. It does? Yeah. Good.
United, united, united we stand. United we never shall fall. United, united, united we stand. United we stand, one and all.
Good. Take over. When you've done your takeover, make sure you release the ball. Move down one. Turn over your right shoulder next to your toe. Move down one.
The foundation of any successful club has to be with the youth policy. If you cannot develop young football players to the best professional players, that means you've got to go and buy them. What we do is we take the various areas and split them up with the scouts. We've gone as far as Aberdeen, Glasgow. We slide across to Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland. We come across them, we've got someone in Manchester. And then obviously Yorkshire, we split up into several areas. A number of representatives of the club go out and watch any type of game, really, ranging from school, district, county, through Sunday League, junior football, that way. And from that, obviously, recommendations come in.
I've been a scout 13 years, and the last 4 years for Sheffield United. This is my life, football. We come along, probably take 2 or 3 games in a day, and we stand here and stand here. If there's something worth watching, we just linger on. If not, we move to another game. It's like going to buy a suit or buy a car. You think, I've got to have that one. If you see a boy on the park, you've got to have him, and he's the one.
Just start increasing your stride as you go past. Go on, go on. Stride it. Go on, a bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more. Good, good. That's better. That's better. Come on, Eric. All right, just give us a second, will you, and I'll just sort these lads out.
Yeah.
I'll do, Rich. Stevie. Fine. Just have a stretch out down there.
You're only as good as your scouts. That is the ultimate statement, really. I mean, if you have poor representatives for you, you'll end up with poor players. It makes sense, doesn't it? The standards have to be high. And if your scouts can't recognise that, you'll not get the good players coming through the door. Please, you go. Sit yourselves down. Thank you. The important thing you have to now understand is that there are no promises with associate schoolboy forms. Okay? All it is, it's the first rung on the ladder of involved with a professional club. It does not promise you or guarantee you anything in achieving professional football status. Once you sign, you will receive a receipt, a little contract, and that is proof of you being a recognised player here. And you are then, and note, you are then a playing member of staff of Sheffield United Football Club. So whilst Simon Tracy, Stancliffe, Garner are all there as pros, you are in that list of players. You are part and parcel of this club then. So it might be that one day then, Jamie? One day, hopefully, so.
Jamie's been very lucky. He's got the opportunity with Sheffield United, and he should give it your best shot, I think. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, at least you've had a go doing something which you enjoy.
I think if he wants to do it, he should go ahead and do it. But he should keep in mind that his schoolwork is important as well.
The Associate Schoolboy Scheme is really designed to protect youngsters in one way, and also to give them the opportunity to be associated with a professional league club which should, in actual fact, give them opportunities to develop their football at a better level. Should he sign at 14, would go through till he's an under-16.
This scheme that we're playing in now, under 16 age group, the boys are mostly associate school boys. It gives us a good chance to follow the progress throughout the season, see how they're developing as a group of players, plus individually, of course. And then we have to make his mind up before the 1st of March, whether we're going to offer them YTS or not.
As you know, this is the interview in terms of the ruling with associate schoolboys, whereby, come the end of their under-16 academic year, a club has to notify the youngster whether they're going to be offered an apprenticeship or not. Unfortunately, the decision that we've had to make is not favourable with Nick's case, and that we will not be offering an apprenticeship, or as they call it, a 2-year YTS scheme.
My confidence went right down after the interview at the club. It's getting back up, it just feels like you just feel heartbreak and things like that. It's bad because all the work you've put in has come to nothing. I still want to be a professional footballer. This is quite a big setback, but I'll get back. I know I can do it, so I'll get back.
Hello, Mrs. T. All right?
Hello, Mr. Taylor.
How are you?
Yes,
come
sir.
second. Thank you. Obviously, Keith's had a long chat to you about associated schoolboys. You know, so we're delighted to offer you the associated schoolboy forms. You know, basically, I regard it as sort of the first rung on the ladder as such, you know, because this is the first time you're committing yourself to a professional football club. And hopefully, in about 2 years' time, I'll be talking to you about being a YTS, or which was like an apprentice. And then the next stage after that is then, if you've done well, to offer you a professional contract. So, I mean, that's the natural progression. Associated schoolboy, YTS, young professional, and then a full professional where you're, you know, a first-team squad player.
Sheffield boy, plays currently for Sheffield Schools under 14s. He's now 14 years old and is here today to sign associate schoolboy forms for the Blades.
All the apprentices spread out on the pitch as ball boys, and there's schoolboys at ball boy as well, and it's just to keep the game flowing.
I've been an apprentice at Sheffield United now for 2 years. I've always liked football since I was 3, 4. I've always played football. I've always had a ball at my feet. I don't think about having a career in an office or working on a site or whatever. I just wanted to play football. Now I determined to do it.
I've always dreamed of being a pro footballer from school. I started playing when I was 9 years old. Like, that's been my aim, to being a pro footballer.
Wanted to be a pilot in RAF, and working towards that, but then I decided to just go into football. A lad moved down on our street and his dad started a football team. So since then I've always been wanting to be a footballer. you're supposed to be a glamorous person. We've been working here, but on the apprenticeship, you're really just so-called dog's body. Some of the professionals at the club, they treat you well, you get along with them. You get one or two big timers that don't really have nothing to do with you, don't speak to you in the morning when they see you, just order you around for the sake of things.
It's got its ups and downs, like cleaning jobs. Nobody enjoys it, I don't think, but it's got to be done.
Apprenticeship job should be just like apprenticeship money, where it's only YTS, whereas we getting low pay for what job we have to do. Have to scrub everything out, things like that. Clean boots.
A lot of late nights and all.
Yeah.
We have quite a few late nights and all.
So like we start 9 o'clock in the morning. The first team play at home. Sometimes we don't get a chance to go home now, so we're here well 10 o'clock at night.
Being an apprentice is all right. I enjoy being an apprentice. It's a good club to be at, and youth policy is very good. But I don't agree with what getting paid. It comes out £151 a month.
Yeah, the financial rewards are not great. You see, youngsters try to get into this game for personal satisfaction in the game of football they love and to be successful at the top. Now, they have to start somewhere.
This last 5-6 weeks, we had a day off. We've been in 7-day week, 6 weeks. So all apprentices, they feel it ain't fair, it ain't right to have them in every day. Should give days off.
We try not to abuse them in terms of physical time, but everything is worked around the first team. I mean, if our first team are in on a Sunday, some of the APs have to be in on a Sunday because they have to mop and clean. They have to do the toilets. They have to get the kit out and back in.
A couple of times we've been working around ground, cleaning stands, things like that, where it's not really our job to do things like that. It's mainly the employee ground staff, but we still have to muck in.
They are personal disciplines, and they have to accept that. And unfortunately, some of them can't. They think it's just football, and it isn't.
Hold that one.
I can't because he's got a caught and crossbar. Get that crossbar in there.
I think halfway line in.
The youth training scheme, which we class as an apprenticeship scheme, is obviously government-backed and is a 2-year course. The hard part is coming to terms with leaving school, playing football for great enjoyment, and then realising it is now work, and that if their work is not successful, they'll be out of a job. To keep enjoying it, even though you're working, is difficult. The transition is very difficult.
Now, don't mind the technique. Just be accurate now and get it in that second 6. Okay? I finish.
We have to develop their individual techniques and collective techniques, how they attack individually and as a group, and then how they defend individually and as a group.
Gideon! Just go now. Too early. No, just go now.
We're trying to develop pace. We're trying to develop their individual strength, put the two together, and we get the combination for power, because they have to be athletes. If they're not good athletes, they will find it a problem.
So that if these two go in here, When it's fed out, one of these two break out wide. Go on then, let's have a go. That's up to you, all right?
If you're going to stick it on the near post, all right, I want Ash and Lee, one breaking forward a couple of yards and then checking back, okay? Ash or Lee, I want one of you starting inside the near post and just dropping back. Plenty of talking. Last week, very hesitant, all right? So one attack the ball, one drop off. I want to see you play with plenty of confidence. Stevie, you captain, all right? Bit of responsibility. I want to see you express yourself. Get the ball down and play. Okay? Russ, get hold of it for me. Right? Big lad, I want you getting all the things and setting things up for the midfield players. Look at Richard, he'll give you the instructions right or left. So get there early. I want somebody getting on the ball to stop them taking a quick one.
Been a goalkeeper for about 6-7 years. Technically, my handling is good, but I've got to work on my physique, do a lot of weights and build my top half up for challenges. I've got to also work on my kicking and all, practice on that because my kicking in is good where it should be.
Get out! Get out! Away!
Well, I think my best thing in my game is passing. I like to improve on everything else. You can never stop improving. Just carry on training and improving.
Give it there. Let's go, Stevie. Let's him. That's the right ball.
My strong points is just like I've got a decent right boot, I'm strong, good in air, put myself about a bit. That's all, sort of like good points. Got a few weaknesses. I need to improve on my left foot a bit more, and sort of like my control, my technique, things like that. Then hopefully I should sort of like probably make it as a footballer.
You start in July, then you carry on through the first season, then your second season, then you get told end of your second season whether you're getting a pro contract or you're getting released.
I won't rule any of us out. I'm not getting took on. I don't know, just wait and see, can't you?
Can't really tell, really. Well, what you've been doing. I think you've been doing well yourself. And you might think different opinion. I'm feeling all right about it now, but I don't know. It's just like, oh, it goes down on tomorrow. See what happens tomorrow.
I don't know, I think I've got 50-50 chance getting to come. I don't know.
Sit yourself down on the bench chair, please. Anyway, you're going to sit down. Definitely not next to you.
All right, Dennis.
All right, yeah.
Mate, it's good to see you. Mr. Sertz, all right. Well, first of all, got to apologise for our leader not being here, but usual, Mr. Bassett's trying to cram 26 hours into 24. He's had a meeting at Leeds, so he's shifted it across to me. Well, obviously, you know what you're in for. It's to discuss Steve's next year with us, and we are going to offer him a year. Now, I don't know if that makes him happy. He looks happy enough about it, but even, you know, I had my doubts about Steve, to be fair. Keith has always pushed him with me, and he's improved over the last 2 to 3 months with us. Now, I think what he's got to do now is tie down a spot and become a specialist in that spot. Get into the first team, get the rewards, and the rewards are good. So you have a go, mate.
When you progress through and you get an apprentice, you always think, oh, your dreams are going to be playing for the first team, and then hopefully progressing on to, say, England, things like that. It's always nice to look forward to something like that.
Come in, folks.
Sit yourself down.
There we are. Come in, Mr. Wagstaff. Come in, Mr. Wagstaff. Take a pew. Oh. You okay?
Yes, thanks.
Good. As you know, Keith asked Russell to get the parents in, and we're having parents in today with the boys. because we've come to the decision on whether we're going to retain a boy or whether we're going to release them, and what, you know, to sort of talk about the future, really. And we feel by doing it sort of now, early in the period, at least everybody's mind settled, whether it be good or bad or whatever the situation is. In Russell's particular instances, we shan't be offering you anything, Russell. We'll be releasing you at the end of the period. Now, you know, obviously, that's not pleasant from our point of view, because obviously we wanted to keep as many boys as we can. We've already released, you know, 2 or 3 boys, as you know, earlier in the season, Russell. We've watched the progression, and we just feel Russell's a little bit short of what we feel is required for a professional footballer. You know, I'm sorry it's not good news for you, Russ. So, you know, whatever you do, I wish you well.
I'd like him to have been kept on, actually, but, I mean, you know this, when you come into a game, you know that at the end of the 2 years, that's it, you know, one way or other.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed, really. I thought he would have stood a good chance of being kept on. He's worked hard and done everything what we expected from him, like, but at the end of the day, it's not to be, like.
Well, yeah, I still just like have ambitions of staying in football, but obviously it's not with Sheffield United at the present moment, so...
Yeah, it's disappointed for him. Just got to pick yourself up, try other clubs. If he wants to stay in football, that is. Just have to leave it from there, see what he can do.
Short sleeve for Brady, and 12 and 14 long and short. 14 long and short, because we don't know what the sub is.
Got 16. Yeah.
Any big shorts, Brady, or small shorts?
Big ones, I think.
Bournemouth match at Bramall Lane on a Saturday is a big game for United. It's important because it's the last game of the season, and they need to win to stay up, or stay in contention for promotion and Championship and all. So they've got a chance of getting Championship now.
Just have a word with Derek to see if he's actually got anything concrete. If not,
loads of research there, wasn't there? Oh dear.
Put you aside that one.
She's been here about 10 minutes.
Half an hour, actually.
We'll get promoted if they win 3 points. Bournemouth are near bottom, so both teams will be fighting for 3 points. It'll be an odd game, but I think they'll pull through it and get promotion.
Now, basically, you know the job that's required is playing your own individual game within the teamwork framework as well. Let's make sure that we get on with our job. We don't panic. As an individual, don't panic. Be enthusiastic. Any errors, don't overreact to errors. Don't imagine today's errors are any worse than what you've made all season. They can't be, OK? Otherwise, we'd have been promoted, all right? These are the games to enjoy. If you can't enjoy it today, big crowd, where you're playing for your lives and you're playing... hey, and you're playing for the rewards. Hey, you start the season with a settle for this, wouldn't we? Go and win it, go on.
Wet towel.
Yeah.
Now, you've gone wimpish and you've gone lacking personality. That's what's happened. You got your 2 goals up, you thought it was going to be a doddle, you wanted the game to finish, which I told you, and it don't finish. And so you end up drifting and drifting, and then we lose our way, and people start want to fanning about. Chrissy, you dropped us in the shit, you and Deansy, right at the end there, when Tracy's had to make a great save. You got the ball in the box, Deansy, and you're laying it back. Get a turn on and have a shot. The ball's in the box, you're a goal scorer. Just flick it up on one foot and have a crack. You don't have to give it... Who's a better goal scorer, you or him?